The third and the most frequently used piece of code is the if, elif, or the else condition. Let's try to understand what it is. So till now we have seen only one condition being checked in the if condition. So if there are two conditions, we can check in the if or else condition. But what happens if we want to check more than two conditions? Okay, so we have a certain piece of commands that we want to execute, but if we have more to check more than two or three conditions, we actually need an extra piece wherein we have to either we can write multiple if conditions, or the easiest thing to do is use an elif. Elif is short for else if. Okay, so here what it is saying is if the if condition is false, then else if the next condition, else if the maybe one more condition, and you can run multiple elif conditions over there. And finally we can mention the else condition like we did in the above. So if all the other conditions fail, then else condition is going to get executed. So if we understand this through a block diagram, so let's say we have three statements, statement 1, 2 and 3. So if statement 1 condition is true, then we have the if condition being fulfilled and it is going to come out of the loop. Okay, now if the if condition was false, it will go to the to check the statement 2. This will be written in the elif condition. Similarly, if statement 2 is fulfilled, then automatically it is going to execute that particular operation which is mentioned inside the elif, and it will come out of the loop. Let's say if statement 2 is also not fulfilled, it will go and check the statement 3. Similarly, if statement 3 is fulfilled, it is going to give us the operation that is mentioned in the elif condition over there. Or else, finally, if it sees that statement 1, 2 or 3, none of them get fulfilled, it's going to execute the else operator. Okay, and it's going to come out of the loop. So let's see an example and try to understand how we can actually execute this. Now, so I'm sticking to the same variable a is equal to 10, and let's write a condition over there. So if a is not equal to 10, let's say I'm going to print not possible. Okay, now once the if condition is over, then we can start with the multiple statements with elif. So next what I'm checking is a equals 5, and if it is true, it is going to print say value is 5. Now the next condition that I want to check is a equals 8, and if this is true, then it has to print value is 8. If both these conditions fail, then it is going to go for the else condition. So in the else condition, let's just print value is neither 5 nor 8. Okay, so if we run this, we will see that this particular else statement got printed out because if condition fails, because a is equal to 10, and here we have given the condition a is not equals 10. So this particular piece of loop will not be performed. After it fails, it is going to check the next statement, that is a equals 5. A is not equal to 5, so this is also not printed. Similarly with a equals 8, this is also not printed. So here both statements 1, 2 and 3 failed. Okay, so Finally, it is going to, if everything fails, everything turns out to be false, it is going to execute whatever is mentioned in the else condition. So inside the else condition, we have given this statement: print value is neither 5 nor 8. So that got printed out for us. Okay. Now there is one more very interesting thing that we can do with respect to this particular conditional statements. That is, just like we saw nested conditions in the previous commands, we can actually put nested conditions in the control flow statements as well. So let's give an example and try to understand this. So let's say if I write the condition if a is greater than 0. Okay, this is the first condition it's going to check. This is the if condition. Inside this also I'm going to write another if condition. So I'll mention if a equals 8, then print, let's say we write number is 8. Okay, and I'll also mention an elif condition where I'm checking if a is not equal to 10, and let's print number is not 10. Okay. The next condition that we'll mention is simply an else condition. So I'm only going to check here 3 conditions. So so here if a is equal to 8, it's going to print this statement. If it is not equal to 10, it's going to print this. If both the conditions fail, then we can write the else condition. We can simply say print number is not 8. Okay, let's just print that. Now that we've already mentioned the if condition above, we can also mention the else condition here. So let's mention else, and you can see the indentation here. This set of block of codes are inside the if. We already have a tab space here, and now when I'm mentioning this else over here, this is part of this particular if else block. Okay, so else we can simply mention print number is 10. Okay, so let's try to understand what we have done. So here we have a if condition. So we have simply mentioned if a is positive. Okay, if a is greater than 0. If this condition is true, it is going to go inside the statement block, and it encounters a if condition. So it is going to check this if condition. This turned out to be false. Then is going to check the elif condition. This also turns out to be false, and it is going, when it finds both of them false, it is going to execute the else condition. Okay, here what, and this, after this thing is executed, the if condition piece is over. Okay, now if we run this code, you will see the number is not 8 is printed, because here the if condition was true. A is a positive number, so it went inside the loop. So the else condition is not executed. So let's say if I change the number over here. So let's say I mentioned the value of a as equal to -5. Okay, so we are changing the value of a here. And once the value is changed, and now if I run this, you will see this else condition executing. That is, the number is 10. This is printed out for us because none of these conditions have matched, and a here was not a positive number. A is less than 0, so the if condition itself turned out to be false, so it did not go inside the loop. Okay, it directly skipped the if condition part. So all of these codes are skipped out and it went directly to the else condition and it printed out this for us. So this is how we can perform nested statements, and nested statements also are one uh, highly used set of conditions, especially if we want to check multiple conditions in a form that, let's say, after certain filtering is done and then we want to check another set of conditions on top of that filtering. So that is how we can use nested statements like this. So this is what I have for you guys in this video. Thank you.